Another week has passed, so it's time to see some of the best suggestions of the week. The first suggestion is by Cat Senior 4977. Oceans should be a little deeper. The oceans are on average 28 blocks deep, which might sound like a lot, but when you want to build a submarine, especially a working one, or an underwater base, that's actually pretty restrictive. Credit goes to Mythical Pengu and Cars for image 3, and you can see the sub barely fits, with Cars mentioning that they had to specifically choose a spot where the water was deep enough to use it. I'm not asking for the oceans to be going down near the bedrock or anything. It's just be nice if the water was just 10 to 15 blocks deeper, so that you can really play around with it. If people are worried about shipwrecks being too hard to reach, then Mojang could potentially also add a hydrothermal vent biome to the game. That'd be pretty, but what do you guys think? Is this idea worth Mojang's time? Dark Hole Road. A new ocean update could make wonders. Add new biomes and depths. A shallow part of the ocean close to the shore where you can find shipwrecks and rocks. A proper ocean that is deeper than the current, maybe larger, and more rewarding shipwrecks can be found. Also, a deep dark ocean. Make it so that it's harder to see in the water, like the sunlight doesn't reach down there. Lanternfish can be added here, and much scarier things. A new challenging structure associated with the skull is a possibility. And other various biomes, like thermal vents mentioned above, and a proper giant reef biome. A giant squid was already shown in moboats, so add that in. Also, whales would be nice to see in the ocean. Some people said the ocean could be too empty, but that's the cool part of it. The endless abyss and the sense of losing your direction is the core of the deep oceans. Dark Night Road. A deep dark ocean would give glow squids more of a use, since down there they could actually be brighter. The next suggestion is by Papa Jenkins Real. Minecraft's moon needs more interesting elements to it. The flare is to set to weather since I don't really know what is more applicable. Okay, so, the moon needs to be more interesting. I think similar to real life, the moon phases should impact ambient light levels in the overworld's outdoors. Each number is tied to the light level that each phase would provide. There might be some game setup changes to make it a little more acceptable. Every new world starts with the first night being a full moon, then goes from there. Few things that change in the process of this: mob spawn rates are adjusted for full moons instead of full nullification. Spiders won't be aggressive during the full moon. Wolves may also howl during the full moon if they're outside. New moons are the most dangerous, lowest light level, and greater dangers in the dark. Mr. Sniffles wrote, "Slime spawn more commonly in swamps the fuller the moon is. Maybe more biome-dependent mobs could be introduced that also spawn during certain phases of the moon, so that each phase has a different optimal biome to hunt mobs in at night. For example, mushroom monsters in dark forests and mushroom fields at new moon. Cactus creepers in desert biomes during the waxing phase. Freezes in snow biomes during the waning phase." JuiceWorld999 wrote, "Breezes sounds like the snow variant for breezes." And the last suggestion is by your Teacher 100. A very simple idea, a world favorite option. We'll keep the world at the top of the list, prevent it from being deleted, or have settings changed without being disabled first. So like Terraria. Educational Sun 5839 wrote, also a sort. The OP responded, "Age, last played, file size, type, what else?" And Educational responded again, "Alphabetical." And there you have it. These are some of the best suggestions of the week. If you are interested in other suggestions, please check out this video.